Okay, so mmekuaje? Habari ya siku nyingi, habari ya mambo mengi, mnaendeleaje? How is it going?
Eh,
Mhm.
kidogo.
Okay.
Kidogo.
Okay, sawa.
Mm.
Mm. Ah, mambo si mabaya sana huku, lakini unaweza kuwa unafanya chenye unafanya, so hamna shida. So huku kwetu wanafunzi wameandamana jana, wanafunzi wa engineering. So andamana is like a strike. Wameandamana jana. So wakaandamana kwa sababu waliongezwa karo na kama 6,000 hivi, like 600 rand. So like kama 6,000 hivi. Wakaandamana. Halafu pia hoteli moja pale kwenye chuo, like the cafeteria, kuna mahali sehemu moja ambayo wanafunzi wanafanyia biashara. Sijui ni coincidence ama ni tukio la aina gani, mtungi mmoja wa gesi ukalipuka, halafu ile sehemu iliungua yote. So the place was literally burnt down to ashes. So wanafunzi wengine ambao wana biashara zao pale shule waliweza kuenda hasara nyingi, so they incurred a lot of losses. Unajua karibu wanafunzi 20, so they lost their walipoteza kompyuta zao, and the printing machines na zao vyakula, so they lost their food businesses. Wengine wakapoteza, kuna kama sijui tunasemaje, so kuna kama hii sehemu ya kuchezea PlayStation, kuna watu ambao pia wamechukua duka kadhaa ambazo wanafunzi wanaweza lipa PS kama PlayStation 5 kama tuseme like 2 rand, halafu unaweza cheza kama dakika 30. You play like for 30 minutes with your partner, so like this. So it's about 5 rand to play like a match, football match. So kadanda vile ama mchezo ambao unataka. So pia wao wanafunzi wengi walipoteza mashine zao na vitu vingine vya dhamana ambavyo dhamana yake haiwezi ikahesabika. It's like a lot of money. Walipoteza karibu dhamana ya tuseme approximately, jana wamepoteza, tukihesabu yani ile estimate, wanasema kwenye hilo jengo wana estimate kuwa walipoteza karibia like tuseme 2 million South African. Yes. Zilipotea dhamana kwa huo mkasa wa moto. Yes. Ndio.
Ni habari mbaya.
Ndio, habari mbaya kabisa. So imekuwa kwenye, nadhani kwenye habari za taarifa, although I don't listen to the news. Huwa siangalii, sitazami taarifa wala kuziangalia. Lakini hili ni jambo ambalo najua kama kuna jamaa mmoja pale, like one of the guys, ni wameweka biashara pale, they have put their business, and nasikia walipoteza kama half of their assets, walipoteza kama karibu tuseme mali yao nusu. They end like printing machines, they end like the PlayStation machines in one shop. They end the computers for typesetting and printing like projects for students. Na walizipoteza zingine nyingi ambazo hawakuweza kuokoa kwa sababu ulikuwa ni moto wa gesi. It was very very violent, you know, and also yes, so ni moto mbaya, alafu pia you can breathe in the toxins, unajua vitu ambavyo ni zinadhuru afya yako, so wakaambiwa waache tu moto uteketee, wangoje zima moto. They wait for the firefighters who came later, like 20 minutes later, and they found that you know, stuff were like burnt down
20
like seriously.
minutes ni muda mrefu. 20 minutes.
Ndio. Yes, lakini unajua unafaa uelewe that there was like police walikuwa wana kabiliana with the striking students, walikuwa wanaandamana, so there was like a strike, but also there's these incidents of the fire. So now the students who are there walikuwa wanajaribu kuzima moto, so they were able to contain the fire with the, you know, the available extinguishers in the
extinguishers, yeah.
Yes, and the hoses, like the fire hoses which were there, but they are not long enough to get to like that area. But now they have used almost all the fire extinguishers around that area, and you know, most of the fire extinguishers, for some reason, not everybody knows how to use them, so hawakuweza kuvitumia vizuri, but the fire was contained. It did not go to other building. That specific building iliweza kuteketea kabisa. Labda kesho nikipata nafasi, kesho ni, tomorrow is a holiday, so it's a public holiday. Yes, yes, for Muslims. It's all over the world. So kesho ni holiday, so sidhani nitaenda chuo, but labda Alhamisi nikipata nafasi nitachukua picha, alafu nitawatumanishia uone vile kumekaa. Yes, ni jambo la kusikitisha.
Hakuna watu wamefa.
Hamna mtu yote alikufa, kwa sababu naweza sema ambavyo moto ulianzia. So like even the owner mwenye ile biashara alipoona, alikuwa ashatoa kila mtu kwenye hilo, tuseme hicho chumba chake ambacho anapikia. So walikuwa wamejitayarisha, alikuwa ashaanza kujitayarisha kufunga kila kitu, kwa sababu wanafunzi wakiandamana mara nyingi ni kama huko Afrika Kusini, wakikupata unafanya biashara wanaweza wakakupiga. So they can beat you up. Yes, especially when there's like a strike, even like in the public or even the students. You are like a student and you are found doing the business, they may beat you up because they see that maybe you are not cooperating with them, or you have, you know, something that yes, it's like you are not like one of them, so they may like beat you up. So you as a owner of the business, if there's any strike, you just close up your business. Yes, especially being in the school, ikuwa katikati in the heart of the university. So it's always the session to cross the business. So the guy alikuwa ameambia wafanyikazi wake, so he has like 4 or 5 workers to not come. Okay, when they came and they found that there was strike, they were just he sent them away and told them, you know, go home. Most of the business around that place, they were closed, except, you know, the PlayStation businesses. And that's why like many were not able to save their you know, assets, because the business were already closed down because of the strike and everything. And also I would say like that fire, because the business was like somehow closed before they knew the fire was spreading, before they started seeing the smoke. Na ile jengo, the building itself ni kama container. So unajua zile shipping container, so there's a way demarcated. So before even you see the smoke coming out, so it's like difficult because the smoke is contained inside. So yeah, so ilikuwa ni ngumu kuona. So kabla waone moshi, it was somehow very late, and the fire was like big one, and it was already spreading to other stores. Yes. Yes, habari ndio hiyo. Casey?
No, is this Casey?
Yes.
Ndio. Mimi ni Casey.
Oh.
How are you?
I saw Kweli, so me, I'm about to say, Kweli, and introduce myself. Hi, Casey. Muda mrefu, eh?
Lakini Casey unaona jina lake ya kwanza
Yeah.
na ya pili, si ndio hiyo? Come on.
Si, jina langu ni Kweli. Kwa hivyo ninahitaji kujifunza Kiswahili sasa.
Sorry. Yes.
So you were saying this fire, was this recent?
Yes, jana. Oh, okay, so Jed tulikuwa tunaongea, so we were talking with Jed, what's up? And I was just telling her that in the university yesterday, so apparently the engineering students, so they decided to strike. So there was a memo circulating from the student union, and they said that yesterday they'll start the strike about 10 a.m., in the morning. And, normally it's not like very weird or absurd, of course, but it's something that usually goes on even in normal universities, even out there in the US. Students, if they have a matter which they have tried to talk with the administration in order to bring it to attention to the administration, sometimes you strike a little bit for 1-2 days and, they call your leaders and they bring you to the table so that you can talk. So in my university, it happened the same thing. And the student decided to strike like the last week because so mostly you find that it's not like a field that I've never seen, because in my undergraduate, I did mechanical engineering. And in my final year of my bachelor's in technology, my final year, my 4th year, we end like this around 5,500. So it's like let's say $55. So about $55 that is ended each semester, so like the last 2 semesters, because you have to do like a project. And in order to do this project, sometimes you have to write like do like a write-up, which is theory, which you present, but also you have to make a prototype from the lab. So this money, it's ended for you so that you can like take the materials from the lab and make a prototype, using the university materials. So it's like a way of the university helping you recoup everything, but also because you'll be working from the workshops using their machinery. It means like when the energy bill will go up, you are using up some other materials, so it's kind of sensible. But now to these students, so it was added, instead of being added to like the final year students, it was added to like all the engineering department, even to like that year students. And when they tried to make like the complaint with the registrar and the finance department, they just brushed off, like since like the beginning of the semester. So to put it in retro perspective, we are in week 7. Okay, so which means like they started like dialogue over 1 month ago, but the university, after they enforced them, they tried talking with them out, but they have not been listening. So the students decided to andamana. So andamana means like to strike, to andamana. So last week, so they decided to andamana. But yesterday, as they started their strikes, apparently by coincidence, so like one of, we call it like a student center. This is like a place in the middle or in the heart of the university. It has like this like recycled container, shipping containers, which like have different university businesses. Most of the business, they are printing business, because I think it's a very common thing. So you find that because the university is big, so students are becoming entrepreneurs. So they rented these stores in a shipping container. So one shipping container has like 3 stores. stalls. So in these stalls, they put like printing business, typesetting businesses. Others, they have PlayStation businesses. Others have food, like fast food businesses. And also there was like a food French restaurant, like actually like two of them. So now one of the restaurants, there was like the big gas cylinders. It started leaking, and I don't know, some electrical stuff like this. I don't know what happened, or the guy forgot that there was food. I don't know what exactly happened, but now that store started burning down. But because the store was already crossed, and it's a shipping container, so which means like the aeration, it's like on one side. So like the smoke, when they saw the smoke, like most of the people see the smoke coming out of the, the store's vents, like it's like a chimney. So you cannot overthink that, it's a cooking business. So you expect smoke to come out, right? But by the time they came to realize that in that store exactly there's like fire, the fire had already spent like in other stores, because all the other next like adjacent stores and being crossed because there was strike. And usually when there's a strike, like a student strike in the university, it's not like wise for you to do business. So you just cross up your business for that 1 day or 2 days until like the strike is over. Otherwise the student will think that you are not like respecting like them. So you're like pretending not to be one of them, and also you're trying not to be like sympathetic with their situation. So they may end up like beating you, or like maybe like I don't know, like vandalizing your business. So you just cross the business. So which means like by the time they came to realize the fire was like already spread like to like three stores on the left, 3 stores on the other left. So like now the fire, boom, it just because it's a very hot fire from like cooking gas container, it just boom, on the container, it burnt actually like one side of the container, and it made like a very big hole. So that is when like the people realize, oh sure, we have like some fire. So before like they tried to call the firefighters and everything, before they came, almost 20 minutes, and the fire was already burning for maybe another 20-30 minutes. So before, and also there were some students, yes, and also some students, they had already realized that there's fire. So which means like before they went to gather like all the fire extinguishers, and also there's like some electrical power passing through that area. There's like some gas cylinder. So the fire was like a very big, massive fire, which means like whenever it reaches to like an electrical side, and we have like the gas cylinders for cooking, it means like it bursts into more fire. But the students who were able to get like the gas cylinders, they were able to contain like the fire within that student block. It burnt, yes, it burnt almost like 80% of the student block, like that business area. And the firefighters came, they found the students at least containing the fire, and they put it, they are professional. So within less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, the fire was down. And they started investigating. So now we thought maybe some student decided to be malicious, like because of the strike, to burn the place down. But after investigations, it was quickly realized that the fire actually started in one of, the stalls. And maybe like because of the strike commotion, one of the persons in those stores maybe forgot to put the gas stove off, because of the commotions.
Okay.
The students,
Yes.
yes. And that started the fire. Yes. So that is what I was going to explain. Yes.
Hakuna uwezekano wa arson now.
Yes, Hakuna. So the good thing is like as it was investigated, and they, the firefighters, they're professionals and they know whatever they, like the source of the fire. they was like, no, nobody banned this place, but because of the commotion of, the strike and everything, so maybe one of the person forgot to put the gas stove off, and it started the whole thing. So even when they crossed down the doors, so because these are shipping containers, before you are, and also they have like chimneys like on the backside, because they are literally like like kitchens by themselves. So even if you see like a smoke coming out of a cooking or a kitchen container, you cannot overthink about that. So you just think, maybe somebody has left something cooking, and maybe, you cannot overthink. But before people realized, it was like very deadly fire. Yes, very big one. Yes.
Did anybody get hurt?
No, actually, the good thing is like nobody like was hurt, and they like after doing the survey, they found everybody was safe and sound. Most of the businesses were already crossed down, and the ones that were not crossed down in the extreme ends, like especially like the printing business was still doing. So the ones which were on the extreme end, so they tried to salvage whatever they could salvage, but they lost assets in about in US dollars. Maybe I'll say it's like not maybe in the US dollars is not like a lot of money, but in like student terms, they lost like assets in like 20,000 US dollars. So like assets for students, like computers, printing machines, PlayStations, screens, television screens, which were being used to do like this. So which means like for a student, having invested like almost like most of the business, of course, they are not very big, but student businesses are investing like $2,000 US dollars. So, which means by the time you count like this, and it's just an estimate, it may be even more than that. So some students actually got like a lot of almost everything, some of their like investments, business investments. So they may have to start from, yes, because it was student. Yes.
The students own the businesses.
Yes, they are like student businesses, so they pay per month. So they are very, very cheap. So like, for example, you find that you are given like a star, like, the university is like, like trying to promote it. So you find like a student gets a store, and in this store, they are like, people are like playing like PS. Others have food businesses, others have whatever they have, like printing like this. So you find like at the end of the month, so the students like the student union, actually like not the university, the student union, it's like a way of collecting money and also generating money, so that at least when we have events or something like this from the student kitty, actually that money literally comes back to the students eventually. So the one store is like rented for about I think about 180 US dollars per semester. So which means it's like very cheap for a student. So once you have that, you can do like your business comfortably, and considering that you have like, you don't pay for the power and the water, it's already connected in that store. So if you have a cooking business, it means you are not paying nothing. So at the end of the month, once you pay like that, and also because it's a student, business within the university, so which means like you don't need like those food permits, or you buy out there. So which means it's like a very good way of a student to earn money. Yes. So on their freedom, when they don't have like lectures, they can have the business, or they can have like businesses like them. So one student maybe from one department and another one from another department, which means like the lectures themselves, they cannot be at the same time. So you find that one student maybe opens the business in the morning, the other one goes for a lecture, the other one has like lectures in the evening. So the one for the morning comes in the evening and does the business, and they continue. Yeah. Ndio. So habari ndio hiyo. Yes. But yes, so nimeenda huko leo, so I was there, but the university is very big, so sikuenda hiyo sehemu ambayo iliungua. So I did not go to that place where it was burnt down because I was very busy with my colleagues in the university. We were working on the project, so nilienda kukutana nao, nimekuwa nao toka saa 5 hadi saa 10. So I was with them from 11 up to like 4 p.m. in the evening. So, but I did not get time to go there anyways. But maybe on Thursday I will take a photo. Nitachukua picha, niwaonyeshe hali ilivyo, and maybe I'll send a photo and yeah, you can see what happened. Yes. Ndio. Kesi, umenyamaza, you're very yes.
Ninasikiliza sikiliza leo. So
yes, it's okay.
So ninafanya ninakuwa kazini.
Huko
Sasa
kazini.
Si. Oh, okay. Si niko kazini.
Okay. Sawa. So tutaongea, so hii darasa si darasa, tuseme ni kama sehemu ya kufanya mazoezi ya mazungumzo. It's like a session, like a place where we can do like of course conversation practice. And of course, as usual, we have our session on Thursdays, and this one actually is switching from Mondays to Tuesdays because Jumatatu ni darasa lingine. So I have one English session, niko na darasa la Kiswahili ambalo si Kiswahili, Kiingereza. So I have this English session which was starting at 4 p.m. my time. So this one is usually at 7:30. Lilikuwa tuseme hii session ilikuwa inaisha kama saa 12, like 6:30. Saa 12:30, like 6:30, like this. So which means nilikuwa na kama lisali moja and like 1 hour to get ready for my school. But this session imeweza kuongezwa. It has been extended by our founder. So now we are doing it with some of the students. So kuna wanafunzi ambao wako nao kutoka Uitaliano. So from Italy. So kwa sababu anaishi Italy. Yes, anaishi Italy. So ili darasa lake, so tunafaa kuwasaidia kuzungumza. So of course tunafanya bure, so we do them for lakini so tunawasaidia kuzungumza. So tuko kikundi cha watu kama 15. Wengine of course they have already gone, but now we have our 15, me, some other co-hosts and members, some other members, tunawasaidia kuongea. So wako darasa la watu kama 6-7 hivi. So we get like at least like 2 people, and tunaongea nao karibia lisali 1.5 hivi. So because mostly in Italy wako nyuma na lisali 1 na sisi, so which means the classes are actually starting for them like after business hours, so which is perfect for them. So ambayo ni kama saa 11:30 hivi, so it's perfect for them. So they do it up to 8 p.m. So which means like so which means it already conflicts my time. So it starts like 5:30 Italian time, which means it's 6:30 for me, and which means if it's 6:30 for me, 1 hour and a half, it means it will end by 8. So which means it's like 30 minutes for me late for this session. So imebidi nipange, nibadilishe hili darasa, nililete Jumanne, so bring it on Tuesday, kwa sababu Jumanne after this ndio nakuwa na hilo darasa lingine la Kiingereza, but nalo linaanza saa 4:30, saa hii saa 2, so bado nina nafasi. So and tunamaliza baada ya dakika kama 20, so we are finishing in 20 minutes, so which means it's just perfect for me. Yes.
Okay.
So kwa sasa, yes.
Darasa ya Alhamisi saa ngapi?
Darasa la Alhamisi halibadiliki. Yes, halibadiliki. Masaa ni yale yale. So linaanza kwa kawaida saa 6:30 masaa ya Texas. Of course, hiyo ni saa 7:30 masaa ya New York. So yes. So kwa kawaida madarasa yote yanaanza hiyo wakati until mbadilisha time, until you switch the time. For like the winter and stuff, until you switch the time, bado liko saa 6, yes, saa 6:30, yes. So it's still that time, yes.
Okay.
Naam.
Mimi ninaelewa, sijui wengine.
Pardon?
Ninaelewa, sijui wengine about Jumanne. Yeah.
Yes, Jumanne. Sijapata, but sijajua. So Eduardo aliniambia atakuwa na, so he will be a little bit occupied. Lakini wengine nitawajulisha, so I will still inform them until they know, and wajue, kwa sababu najua watu wengi ambao wanakuja wanajua Jumatatu, lakini this time wanaweza badilisha tu, so waone vitakuwa and see if it's convenient for them, kwa sababu hata darasa la Jumamosi kwenye lingua yama lingua yama haina wanafunzi wengi ambao wanachukua darasa la bure, so I have some private students ambao tuseme, not that they pay me, but nawafundisha, but they are a little bit shy, so wanataka darasa lao peke yao. So I have like 2 sessions there. Usually when I finish ile darasa la kawaida, I have those students, so I say that if there's anybody, kuna mtu yoyote ambaye anatoka lingua yama na anataka kujiunga na sisi kwa ile 16 weeks crash course, anaweza jiunga na sisi Alhamisi. So I already told them that. Then wale wengine ambao wanataka hilo darasa la kikwao la binafsi, so itabidi tu wajiunge na mimi maybe other time, maybe on Saturday. They can always tell me, because once we schedule according to the time that they have, because they are trying to learn different things which are from the crash course. So, and also, yeah, also on Saturdays we are like lingua yama, because I have a Swahili class on lingua yama, 30 minutes, then another 30 minutes after that. At 8 we have like a staff meeting for lingua yama, so that we can discuss the way forward and everything every Saturday. So inakuwa ngumu kufanya darasa pia Jumamosi, so nikaamua nilete tu Alhamisi. I decided to bring it on Thursday, so yeah. So tuende tu kusoma Kiswahili. Yes.
Darasa la lingua lama Jumamosi saa ngapi?
No. Jumamosi limebadilishwa likaletwa Alhamisi. It's Alhamisi now. It's on Thursdays.
Okay, something.
Yes, I sent the notifications last week. I don't know if you received them. I sent them on Friday. So hata ukienda kwenye lingua yama utapata niyo like the same time, 12:30, same time.
Okay.
So yes, Alhamisi. So you can come, but also nitasema angalia tu messages za lingua yama. So hilo darasa kama kwa kawaida unajua tunarekodi madarasa, so because those ones they are a little bit crucial, ili tunarekodi alafu tunaliweka kama podcast. Okay, so we put this one like a podcast, but it's like a video podcast-ish, which like people can listen and they can learn a little of Swahili. They can ask some questions. But that one also we are teaching with PPT and stuff, and they can, if they miss the class, they are able to refer to that one. So you can, even you can always refer to that one. So I think I sent you a playlist on email, no?
Yeah, I've seen the podcast. I've seen it on the
Yes,
YouTube
yes.
channel.
Yes, it's there. So I made them like 2 separate sessions. So yeah, so which means like this one goes automatically to the podcast. It's like a video podcast, but because we are literally talking, so yeah. So haina shida. So any person can listen, and of course I want to see if I'm able to get more members. Nipate wadau wengi. At least, and if we are like 5 of us, we can always come up with kitu cha kuongea, so we can come with something to talk about different topics, like the way we talk with Eduardo, we come up with different topics and we just talk about them. So unapata hizi mada, these topics, they always help people, najua ile kupata like uzoefu, like getting used to Swahili. Yes, uzoefu.
So
Yes.
Casey,
Yes.
jina lako linasikika la Afrika Kusini.
ndio.
Are you South
Jina
African?
langu no. Jina langu ni neno ya Kiswahili. Jina langu, how do you say means?
Linamaanisha. Let me put it for you in the chat. Linamaanisha. It means. Linamaanisha.
Inamaanisha truth kwa Kiswahili.
Yeah. Yes.
Aha. Okay.
Hukujua, yes. Ukiuliza mtu ukweli. Kweli udongo. So I said, so kweli. So if somebody asks you kweli udongo, so it's like equivalent of Spanish. ¿Verdad? No? Kweli udongo.
Kweli udongo.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yes, we'll get that one. Yes, so if someone asks you in Swahili, if you hear somebody speak like that, akikuuliza, kesi, kweli udongo. ¿Verdad? Urongo means like truth or right, truth or right. Yes,
Okay.
urongo. So when you say uongo, so also it's another intonation of like, erai. When you write to someone, mentir. So urongo, uongo. So you can say kweli urongo, Yes.
Okay. Kweli udongo.
Truth or right. You're like, kweli, and you're like, kweli.
Kweli.
Yes. I just love languages. They are always interesting with their, yes. Yes. Kwa sababu napata kwa mfano, because I know that watu wengi, even if you look at Marekani, if you look even in the US, most of the African American, most of them, especially if somebody already knows their roots of wherever they come from, maybe their grandparents or their parents or their great-grandparents came from maybe West Africa, East Africa, Southern Africa, wherever they came from, or even North Africa, you find that these people, they are many of them, they are already rooted in like their African heritage, and they make sure that their kid has at least 2 African names, Like,
Yes.
yes, they make sure. then at least one English name, for the gringos, for the gringos at least, so that for those fans who are not able to pronounce the African names.
Yeah,
Yes.
ndio.
Yes. Yes. So you find it's a very common thing. Because like for example, there's one person tulikuwa tunaongea naye kuhusu majina ya Kiafrika. And ananiuliza unasemaji Lupita Nyong'o, right?
Yes, ndio.
Yes. Yeah. Lupita, it's like a native Spanish-ish name, because Lupita is a very common name, but
Yes.
you have to
Guadalupe.
understand from which part of Spanish people it comes from, like Central Southern America. It comes from the native Black Latinas. That's why. Yes, I know. For another day. Yes.
I thought
Yes.
Lupita,
Mhm.
Lupita, I thought it's
Yes,
it's short of the Virgin of Kuala Lumpur.
Guadalupe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, okay. Yes. You have to understand this. So, this is something that people will not tell you, So, let's talk a little bit, like, even whoever will be seeing this record, they will have to research and agree with me. Like I said, you remember when I told you that napenda sana historia, I love history, I love music, I love, So sometimes I dig very much, and you find that a long time ago, even like before the Vasco da Gamas, the Portuguese and the Spanish conquistadors, conquistas, yes, whatever, started traveling like in the Central America, the French and the Africans in West Africa, they were already doing business, with Central America. But this is something that is already buried in the history. The history is already whitewashed. I know people will call me, dude, that is propaganda. Story for another day. I know. So, yes, I know. Story for another day. But now you find that long time ago, with the Native Americans, so you find that even when you look at Central America, in Mexico, in some countries like Belize, we have like people who we are told that they were brought there by slave traders. Actually, no. They were already there. Actually, they were like kings. If you check like even the monuments that were built about before even the European came, they were like the monuments that are built in Egypt and other places. You go and verify this information. You will find that it makes sense. Now you find with this, there was like a lot of African names that were already like there. So even when like the Europeans came trying to trade in the 1300s, 1400s, they found that these names were already there. So you find now this name like Lupita, like the origin, it's like African, but it was adopted in the Central and Southern American Black community, heritage, So now the reason why Lupita is called Lupita, it's because Lupita was born in Mexico, and being born in Mexico, she had to take like, the African heritage that was already in Mexico. And she cannot be called, Alejandra, that is Spanish name. That is not like heritage, So the father being like, he's a professor. He has like PhD. He was like the governor of Kisumu, one area in like one county in Kenya, one region in Kenya. So being like the professor he was, that time he was teaching out there African studies in Mexico. So the guy was like, my daughter has to take like a name that reflects where she was born, but also not forgetting her African name, like African heritage. So the father called her Lupita Nyong'o. So yes, Nyong'o is a Kenyan name, but the other one, Lupita, it's like of African heritage, but for like Africans in Central and Southern America. So there we are. So yeah, it's like history. I know it's like partial history, but very interesting history. I'm always loving to read history, and naweza nikasema historia nyingi, so it has been whitewashed, you know. We are looking at things in different perspectives, but there's many things when you come to look at them, you come to find, walitudanganya, huo ni uongo, they lied to us, you know. But anyways, I have no hate for anybody, but truth, ukweli, muhimu.
Yeah, I remember a story a few years ago.
Hiyo ni habari iliyofichwa sana.
Ndio. It's about 7, 8, 9 centuries old. You know, like, okay, you have to understand like this. So in order to understand this history, the reason why, you know, you find that these people, they may lie to you. Look at which was not like very like affected, like with the African people being taken out of in Central Asia, in the Arab countries, and also going all the way to China and other places, India, to get spices. We and all these people interacting, and actually that is how the Kiswahili came about. You want to tell me if these people were trading and doing their business in East Africa before even the European came, you want to tell me that West Africa, they are not done the same? Just think it. You come to think about it because, you know, like when they try to lie to you, you know, before, like, if you come to check many technological like advancement, even for shipbuilding and this, I know we have, this is like stories for other days. You find like most of them in one way or another, they were, you know, like the Ottomans, they came to Egypt, they borrowed this technology, and as they were spreading their empires through Europe like this, they spread that technology to the Europeans. So technically that technology, even for sailing, it came from the Africans themselves. They were already sailing, you know, but they tell you, hey, you know, this is our technology. Bullshit. Anyway, I give up.
I remember a couple of years ago, there was a story of a ship. There were migrants. They were trying to go to Spain, and their boat got caught in a current, and it ended up in Brazil. And all of the people survived. So it's very possible, you know, if it can happen now, it could happen, you know, centuries ago, you know, millennia ago, that people travel from Africa to Brazil and Central America. It's very possible. Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
well
it did happen. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Hakuwa mwangalifu unapotembelea mataifa ao, ai watakamata.
Yes. Okay. So, and that's why I said like this information, hii maneno hata nikiongea wakati mwingine siwezi nikaongea kwa watu wote vile, but huwa nasema wakati mwingine naambia Waafrika wenzangu, I don't care mahali uko, kama uko Marekani, uko wapi, namwambia tu mtu nenda tafuta historia. Unajua facts, I love facts. Uangalie historia jinsi imewekwa na uanze kufikiria in the logical way. Trust me, there's like a lot of things, kuna vitu ambavyo vimesafishwa, you know, they have been washed, you know, vimesafishwa ndio vifiche ukweli. Unajua huyu mtu anaitwa kesi ndiye ameleta ukweli, sijui. So they have been washed. So at the end of the day, even if you are trying to like, how do I say? Like trying to like ask them, why did you wash this? You have to be careful and approach carefully, because there's that extent where you see that you may be, you know, like this, and you may be crucified and be like the next Jesus. You never know. So to just be like, napenda maisha yangu. I love my life. So you just push a little bit. When you see it's going out of hand, you are like, sawa, I give up. But you know what you know. And you are like, sawa. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that the currents from Africa, they always go to Central America and the Gulf of Mexico, because that's how the hurricanes get to the Gulf of Mexico. So there's always a current that pushes ships that direction. So it's very possible.
Yes. Highest
It's
probability.
almost impossible that it wouldn't happen.
Yes, highest probability. If you are coming from anywhere in West Africa, the probability of you landing in the Caribbeans, if not in the Florida, no, Florida is very, like you landing in Mexico or landing in Brazil on the Caribbeans, like Trinidad and Tobago or Jamaica, it's very, very high. With the currents, most of them, they go to like straight to Brazil. Like even if you're coming from Senegal, which is a little bit up, those currents will push you like towards Brazil, you know? Like, and that's why you find that even when you look at the map, ukiangalia hiyo ramani, so like I'm going to like from Ghana to Brazil, actually it will take me shorter time from me coming from like Europe or to other place, because literally the map of Africa, it's like West Africa is just facing Brazil. It's just here, you know, they are like neighbors. One imagine like 4,000, 5,000 kilometers. So yeah, I think 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers. So you find that with a super jet with traveling like 800 kilometers within like less than 6 to 7 hours from Ghana, Accra, you are in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Karibu sana. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why you find that even if I'm traveling to, kwa mfano kama safari zangu ambazo nimezifanya toka Kenya kwenda Amerika Kusini, nini nyingi, Marina amechelewa. Safari nyingi unapata ndege nyingi kwa sababu Ghana hawana mkataba, they don't have like an agreement with the most of the South American country. Unapata ndege nyingi na kupeleka Afrika Kusini, kutoka Afrika Kusini na kupeleka Brazil. So kutoka Brazil sasa, kwa sababu wako na mkataba na nchi zingine, unaweza enda popote. Yes. Hey Marina, mambo. Marina? Okay, sijui kama anatusikia. So, ndivyo sasa. Yes. But it's very interesting. If you come to think about the world, ukikuja kufikiria kuhusu ulimwengu, there's like a lot of things that are always interesting. When you are researching them, you are reading them, kuna mambo mengi sana ambayo unapata yamefichwa, mengine yamesafishwa kidogo, ni ukweli nusu, mengine ni urongo kabisa, like very, very like inaccurate, lakini yaliandikwa wakati sisi wenyewe hatukuwepo kurekebisha, ama tuko na nafasi ya kurekebisha. Lakini kwa sasa naweza sema tu bado tuko kwenye mchakato wa kujua kweli. So we are seeing the process of knowing the truth, you know? Eventually tutajua, na tukishajua ukweli na kila mtu ajue, wenye wanahitaji kujua, with enough people knowing, tutaweza kukanyanga vidole. Mtu akikwambia Samuel, Kesi anasema Jed anasema niko hapa, muuza Samuel tuonane. We know what you did. Tunajua chenye ulifanya. Yes. Yes. So at the end of the day, unapata kama unajua ukweli na wewe peke yako, hata wenzako, even your fellow, watakuita hiyo ni conspiracy. huyu ajui chenye anasema. Yes.
Mhm.
Like I said,
Marina, mambo
sijui
vipi?
mbona ongei. Sijui.
Marina, uko hapa?
Yes. Yuko anaongea kwenye chat. Yes. It's okay. Asante sana Marina pia kwa kuja. We say better late than never. Yes, ndio. So tumeongea tu Kiswahili kidogo, tumeongea maneno kadhaa, lakini of course, so tutaweka kwenye podcast, nitatuma link kwenye group, uiangalie alafu utaifuata tu, utafuatilizia ili darasa. Tumebakia dakika kidogo tu tumalizie. So you follow the class from the link. I'll post it later within like a couple of hours once the Zoom finishes compiling it. I'll post it and you can follow it from the link and everything. I'll put it somewhere. Yes, I think uko kwenye ile group main, Swahili Conversations. Kama uko kwenye group, I posted there. But if not there, also maybe I can put it also in the PGB group so that you are able to follow it. Sawa. Yes. So karibu sana, usijali. Better late than never. Yes. Yes. So anyways, najua ni mambo mengi tumeongea, so naweza tukasema kitu cha kumalizia, at least niende nijue mambo mengine hapa kidogo, nafaa nitatayarisha vipi, alafu tutapatana Alhamisi tuendelee kusoma Kiswahili.
Yeah.
Probably
Alhamisi.
continue. Yes. Kuna mtu yote na kitu cha kuongeza? Kesi, Marina, ndio.
Napenda darasa la mazungumzo.
Yes.
Tutaonana Alhamisi.
Ndio. Kesi pia wewe ukipata nafasi karibu Alhamisi. You're welcome if you get a chance, because najua Jed na Marina tutakuwa nao, lakini pia ukipata nafasi karibu ujiunge nasi. Yes.
Asante sana.
Yes. Okay, karibu. So Marina, asante sana kwa kuja. Jed, Kesi, asante sana kwa kuja. Halafu tazidi tu kujifundisha Kiswahili. Kuweni na wakati mwema. Jed, kuweni na mchana mwema. Sawa. It's okay, Marina. Jed, kuwe na usiku mwema. Marina na Kesi, kuweni na mchana mwema. All right? Have a great afternoon. Asanteni sana kwa kuja. It's okay, Marina.
Pia.
All right. Sawa. Kwaherini.
Kwaheri. Asante sana y tutaonana Alhamisi.
All right. Shukran. Wakati mwema.